So 2 nights ago, if you're listening to this on Wednesday and we drop it, Monday Night Football, we saw just a dickhead game between Arizona and the Patriots where everyone got hurt. Kyler Murray blows his ACL out, second play of the game. Not good. They were saying that he was pretty much like he broke down in the hallway and was crying and yelling and shit. So that's always pretty sad to hear, especially coming off this contract ordeal where you get the big contract. Everybody talks about it, how he doesn't train and whatever. Now he's gonna have a lot of time not to train.
Now he's got the new Call of Duty that's out now too. You know what I mean?
He'll hit a few double XP weekends.
Yeah, maybe. It'll be a long recovery, but it'll feel like a few weeks to him.
Dude, so I'm finding Kyler in the gulag, 100%.
Straight up, K1. Yeah, K1. Now that you got a lot of time, find us in duos, bitch, because you don't want it. Let me tell you.
I'm gonna be the guy throwing rocks at you until you just fucking murk my ass.
Kyler Murray and Brittany Griner walk into a gulag.
Brittany Griner fucks him up. That would be my guess. Brittany Griner's got to be what? How much height does she? She's got to have a foot on Kyler Murray, right?
At least a foot on.
At least a foot,
right? Surely.
Jesus Christ!
I would put my money on Kyler being able to dunk, though.
Maybe, dude. That video hurt. That is so bad. That video hurt trying to dunk. Good Lord. But yeah, so prayers out to that guy. Sucks that that's shitty to see him. Ramondre Stevens goes down. Hopefully he's all right. He fucks me. Couldn't even get, all I knew was 4 points. We won't go there. But it seemed like everyone. Who else? Devontae Parker, I think, got a concussion last night.
God, who else? Too, I think.
Yeah, there was it just seemed like, James Conner was hurt for a minute.
Yeah.
11 inches height difference between Brittany and Kyler. So damn near foot.
Jesus
5'10" and 6'9".
Dead on, actually. Dead on.
Yeah. Kyler's not 5'10", even though
Stewart's been beating off the Brittany Griner photos. But yeah, no. So I guess Colt McCoy's. They don't have like a QB in the waiting, right? Is Colt just the guy going forward? Is that who we're gonna roll with, or do they have like some?
As far as a backup, dude, I mean, you could do a lot worse than Colt McCoy.
Oh, we got video of the so people watching, we're about to show you the ACL. It's kind of shitty. We hate to show shit like this, but context, right? You got to, yeah. But we got blow it up.
If Cole McCoy's name was oh god, if Cole McCoy's name was Scott Jones, he'd be out of the league right now. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh yeah, you hate to see that non-contact.
It just gives, man.
Hey.
Yeah, it's bad to see, and it's we saw a lot of injuries this week. You see Debo getting fucked up. It was not non-contact. Yeah. They're saying 3 to 4 weeks. And they say 3-ish weeks. You don't know what that means, but yeah, I would assume probably a month. Yeah, you're probably looking at 3 weeks to a month. And that's probably come back with some tape on it and stuff. And we don't know what Ramondre got last night. He came back for a few plays, got it with his shit taped up, left the game. He says he hopes he plays next week. Yeah, but this week was a crazy one. I mean, we got, like you said, especially the first 2 quarters of that game Monday, it seemed like every so Jack and I's other league and our front offices in their league, the Gino Jaw League, we have a group chat for that as well, and there was a few kids that were in there. It was like Kyler's done, and then it was like right after that it was like, oh fuck, now Ramondre, and then one guy was like, this is a what do you say, this is a death trap game, and then and the moment he said it was a death trap game, James Conner goes down. It was like before text messages could even get sent, like people were just dropping like flies, and it was just like, holy shit, like this is a real grass field, so it's not like turf can be involved in this, so it's just kind of an unfortunate week, and yeah, you hate to see it for Kyler for sure. But
so kind of looking forward, I mean, I guess the kind of bigger picture of the NFL is we kind of now have at least a decent sense of what the playoff picture is going to be.
not for the Titans division.
I mean, right now, yeah, the AFC South could, be considered close. The Titans are only 7-6 in their first place. The Jags are 5. So obviously it's not ideal, but
Mm-hmm.
also look at the NFC South. That's another shitty ass division. I mean,
Yes.
what the Bucks are 6-7 right now too, and they're first in their division, so they have a negative record. So,
Yeah, and you
I
got Carolina fucking climbing, dude. Like
Carolina
looked
is
good.
making a push, man. So
They look good.
and yeah, but
And the
I
Fighting
mean,
Dan Campbell's.
we got the Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, and Titans. You know, in the AFC with the division leads. I honestly, the only team that could maybe lose that is the Ravens, and they
Here,
could and they could lose that out to the Bengals. And then you got
front
the Eagles.
office.
Eagles got their playoff berth clinched.
Front office. Look
They
at the
first team to
I just
lock
sent
it.
you in the private chat. Pull this picture up. I just sent in the private chat. This is it's a good link. This will give us all the playoff breakdown on
How
who's
fast
in the
is
hunt.
that?
I don't
That's
know
super
if
fast.
records are good evidence right now because there's just such a lot of weird football being played this year. Who is the best team in NFL right now?
Well,
Eagles.
I think the Eagles have got to be
Eagles.
okay. So, and a side note on that, I just want to say I opened up Bleacher Report when we get on here because I always do. Von Miller has got a lot of time to talk to athletes because he's got a blown ACL as well. That motherfucker had Micah Parsons on with Trayvon Diggs today. With Trayvon Diggs needs to shut his mouth because, like, dude, he literally just are hit or miss. But Micah Parsons, he was asked about the Jalen Hurts thing today, whether he thought he was his MVP, and Micah Parsons, who I mean, I just deep throated this guy last week. Love him. He's a Cowboy. He's my favorite defender in the league right now. Can't believe that's a thing. But he says, is it Jalen Hurts the MVP or is the team the MVP? Jalen Hurts.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Like that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like we have just talked about this the other day, and front office and I just talked about this, and they even brought it up this weekend during the game because I had them pulled up on Sunday Ticket. Even in the games that they've lost and in like some of the down spots they've had, he's never the reason.
The game they lost?
Yeah, the game they've lost, he had like 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. So it's like, right. And like one of the interceptions was like off somebody's hand. I think it was off AJ Brown's hands or something. So it's like,
tipped.
Yeah, it was tipped. So it's like, what a dumb fucking thing to say. But on that note, the Eagles are definitely, because I think the Vikings are proving that they're a little faker than we thought, especially losing to
they just lost
the lot. Well, who I guess we can't
week.
really say is. I mean, they're 6-1, or right, 5-1 in the last 6, or 6-1 in the last 7, or something. They're like,
I saw that. Yeah.
They're playing. Them boys are playing.
The Fighting Dan Campbell's.
Eagles lost to Washington, right?
Washington, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So 1 interception, a $175 in passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. That's so solid production.
Yeah,
and they lost that. They lost that game by 1 score, and it was like close till the end. So yeah, no, Eagles definitely. But I mean, you have to look at the juggernauts in the AFC and say, you know, Bills and Chiefs are probably still 2 of the top teams in the league right there. Yeah,
right. And you got to look at things like the Brady's. Like, you never know. I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but if somebody like Brady gets into the playoffs, you just never know. But,
right. And all I was gonna say is I do think the AFC has been harder than the NFC this year. Just maybe the quality of football maybe is a little bit higher in the AFC, and
AFC is so clearly bad.
Dude, they're so good.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at, I mean, the Dolphins look so, I mean, the Dolphins being number 6. I mean, obviously, I think the Dolphins have a little faker in them too. I definitely think they've got some flaws, but like when you're looking at, when they're the 6th, when you look at the 6th best team in the Dolphins in the AFC, and you look over at the 6th best team in the NFC, it's the Commanders. You know, it's like, you know, the Dolphins just look like such a better team.
You know what's crazy too is sneakily is that the Patriots are 7-6 right now. They're
7-6. Yeah,
because that defense is stout.
The defense is good. They've been able to survive with the quarterbacks that they have. And
Mac's doing fine.
Well, and Ramondre's been an animal. Ramondre's been an animal when he's on the field. So
I think no matter who's running the ball, it's effective over there.
Yeah, Damian Harris was really good too when he was healthy.
Everybody got fed last night after Rhamondre went down.
Yeah, fucking Damian Pierre Strong. Fuck off.
Right.
God. But yeah, I mean, and here's another team. I think the Niners are a team. Well, I guess maybe not with the quarterback. Well, Brock Purdy, he's got a little injury right now, but the kid's real. I mean, like, he might not be like real yet. We don't know, like, when crunch time, playoff time, that type of shit, but the kid plays.
Have they done a joke?
Irrelevant.
Have they done a joke yet for the Purdy Brock anthem?
They need to. Well, not Pop Culture Rehab did.
They need LMFAO on the track.
straight up, dude. They fucking that kid is good, you know, and the
Dude, seriously.
CMC looks like CMC. If Debo, you know, Debo, even without Debo this year, they've looked very. I mean, Ayuk has taken a big step forward. So I mean, they've, you know, obviously missing Debo is going to hurt, but like, you know, there's teams like them. I would trust the Niners, the Cowboys, obviously the Eagles, and I don't know, maybe not the Giants, but I would say those teams more than like the 10-3 Vikings. I would take the Niners or the Cowboys over the Vikings. In my opinion, I just think the Vikings are. Dalvin Cook keeps scoring, but he's not doing much. Like he's not really doing a lot. I mean, Justin Jefferson is obviously going nuclear, but they're, you know, if he's not going nuclear, like this week it was him and Adam Thielen. I mean, they just balled. But
at some point they're just going to choke. It's in the cards. It's just how it's written. Honestly,
well, the Bills got Cole Beasley back today, boys. So don't forget.
Yeah. Yeah, pay attention to my waiver wire.
You sick fuck.
But with Brock Purdy at the Niners, the playoffs are going to be a very bad time to be making rookie mistakes, and so that might hurt them.
I'd love to see the Chargers take that 7th spot from the Patriots.
Me too, man. So bad, and they were so hyped.
I think they're finally starting to click. That defense is looking really good. They're holding teams to really, you know, low totals.
They just got to stay healthy.
Yeah, Derwin James just missed this last game. The other guy that they signed is out for the year. The linebacker, one of the guys they picked up in the offseason.
Yeah,
Boza's out there, right?
Can you scroll down a little bit just so I can see who's on the bubble?
Yeah, let's go down to the boob, onto the boobie.
Who has a realistic shot of actually?
Who's on the boobie? Not the Browns.
The Seahawks definitely have a decent shot.
Dude, let's get the fucking Jaguars.
Yeah, so the Jaguars.
Fuck you. I don't want the
Jaguars.
Fuck you.
Me neither. So if I had to pick here right now, obviously, well, the Lions, I think we're all rooting for the Lions the hardest, I would assume.
Absolutely.
No, I'm rooting for Geno and the Seahawks, dude.
Okay, well, I agree. Geno. Well, I'm rooting. It sucks because like I fucking hate Seattle, and like
I did too, but
Geno.
I love Geno Smith.
But like I don't hate Detroit at all. I have nothing.
Love conquers hate, Nick. Love conquers hate.
I know, dude.
Lake Erie bros, dude. Always Bills, Lions.
Yeah, if Geno conquers Dan Campbell, I'm not going to be sad about it. But I am with you on the Chargers.
In this house, we believe love is love, science is real, and Geno Smith is a QB1.
Yeah, true that. Speaking of that type of shit, fucking little UFC side note, those fights over the weekend that Ilya Tapura guy said he was gonna flatten Bryce Mitchell's head like as flat as he thought the earth was. And I was like, damn, God, that's a good one. That's a really good one. But
stinks.
The Raiders had a chance until they blew that game last week. I'd say their playoff chances are all but done now.
Yeah,
so
Browns are done, Steelers are done,
you know,
Colts are done.
The Jets lost a really tough game last week, and
Mike White's hurt now, right?
Yeah,
are they saying Mike White's got an injury?
Yeah. Now they're rolling out Flacco.
I'd have to go back to Flacco.
Well, I mean,
you could do like the Colt McCoy. You could do a lot worse than Flacco.
You mean first ballot Hall of Famer, elite Joe Flacco? Is that who the fuck we're talking about?
Super Bowl
if we're talking,
champion,
Delaware Athletic Hall of Fame.
Look, watch your mouth. But yeah, he's the GOAT. Bill, the AFC though, I'm just looking at the AFC. Like I'm looking at the Eagles. I hope the Eagles can get there. But if we had to pick a Super Bowl right now, I obviously Titans, Eagles for Jack. But like if realistically right now, who do you have in the Super Bowl? Like what's the Super Bowl? What do you want to see? Eagles, Bills?
Eagles, Chiefs, or Eagles, Bills would be my favorite watchability. I think either of those games would be really awesome. I think the best game would be Bills Vikings because somebody's streak is coming to an end, and that would alone have a lot of interest just in that game alone. Which one of these perpetual losing franchises is actually going to win the Super Bowl? I think that would be a really cool one. Those are like my favorite picks, but probably also the most likely since they're the best teams. But I don't know, Stu. What do you think is the best Super Bowl matchup?
It's certainly the long shot, and it seems to be getting longer. But I'll stick with my preseason.
What was your preseason one?
Bills Bucks.
Bills Bucks.
I will.
Well,
stick
I
with
mean,
that.
yeah. I mean, look, I am a look. If they might have gotten the fuck beat out of them this last weekend, like, I mean, for sure, they are not good right now. But like, he showed the week before that too that like, you get into the playoffs and things starting to tighten up a little bit, and
When it
I mean,
matters
all
most,
he
he's
needs
there.
is a chance. He just
Yep.
needs a chance, and he's gonna more than likely pull it off.
I'm not going to front like a giant Tom Brady fan. There was a long time where I didn't like the guy at all, but
So
I'll give it up to
okay,
him.
so
He's
that's
the
who you're
GOAT.
picking. So what would your if you had to pick a Super Bowl this year? What two teams would you want to watch play each other in the Super Bowl this year?
The most entertaining game, I think, to me.
God, Vikings Bills would be so high scoring, man.
God, yeah, it really would. It would be good. Where is the Super Bowl this year? Is it indoors, outdoors?
It's in Arizona.
Okay.
That's right. Outdoor
Okay.
stadium. Ooh, that'd be fucking fun. Okay, so Bills. It's predictable, but Bills Eagles would be fucking
Yeah,
fun.
it'd be fucking sick. Bills. I'm going Bills, Eagles, Ravens, Eagles, Bengals, Eagles.
Just think about that air game, dude. Letting it fly in the
Could you imagine like a Lamar Super Bowl if Lamar got healthy and they made the Super Bowl like just two guys fucking? I mean, then again, you could always get a shitty game from the Ravens. You never know, but like,
oh, the Ravens would like do the possession game and try to like it would be like a score of like 16-9.
yeah, it'd be
like
some
the
dumb
final.
fucking game. But yeah,
Yeah.
I bet like somebody like the Bengals or the Chiefs or the Bills, like you said, who are just gonna run it up, and like the Eagles. I mean, it'd be fun to see like just those.
I think the Eagles
juggernauts.
defense is too good for me to be like, this is going to be a great game because they could just show up and like shut some team out that day, just depending on who shows up. You know, I think like for me at least, I know that the Vikings can't stop a nosebleed, but they also score a ton of points, so that would be like, I'm locked in, guaranteed. And you
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
for
You
sure.
put a team like them, like the Chiefs, like Chiefs Vikings would even be good, but Bills Vikings, God, I'm like hard just thinking about that game.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
and
just,
I don't hate the Vikings either. So like, I mean, I don't like them. I don't hate them. I'm indifferent on them, but you know,
I was indifferent up until the Minneapolis Miracle against the Saints, and
was
now it's
nuts.
just like fuck these guys.
yeah,
But
dude. And then you got it. Yeah,
now I just hate
Stephon
Stephon Diggs
yeah, and he's not even
and
there.
Case Keenum.
Where's Case?
Where
Keenum?
is Case Keenum playing somewhere?
He's
He's
somebody's
backing up.
keeping the pace with Case. Front
What a
office.
guy.
Case Keenum.
We would have. I still stick by. We would have played better last year with Case Keenum than hurt
Buffalo.
Baker Mayfield. Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah, that's right.
Buffalo.
He's a backup in Buffalo.